Bye.
I suppose I should make a list of all my possessions being destroyed.
Oh, hi. How are you doing? I can imagine you have a bit of a headache from that fall, don't you?
Sokolov, but he's missing. Held by another inventor named Jindosh, who no doubt wants whatever secrets Sokolov holds in his head. Jindosh is the mad inventor who armed Karnaca with clockwork killing machines, the city where I grew up and trained, where I won the Duke's tournament when I was still a boy. They say the Clockwork soldiers are the equal of Karnaca's best fighters now. I'm going to put that to the test. Rescue one genius and cage the other before he creates an army of Clockwork soldiers.
Interesting. That's different than what you said before. Anyway, welcome back to Dishonored 2. Let's get into this. And yeah, as Corvo said, we need to put an end to the Clockwork Mansion and its resident. Why do you have a helmet? I'm not gonna question. Note from Megan. Dr. Hypatia needed a place to sleep, so I cleared the stuff out of the spare cabin. I was able to sell most of it. Here's what's up to the money. It's a lot, I know. Whale oil is expensive and under Imperial rationing decree, but you know that. Ah, thank you. Interesting. Oh, there's the needles. So we're gonna get bits. We're gonna get trophies from throughout these. Interesting. So yeah, there is gonna be changes and stuff. So there is like saving the dock. Ended up with us getting a bit more money, which can help us further our cause. You know.
He's everything they say, even older. He's got an allure too. Am I being dishonest? Everybody's got secrets, I guess. Maybe mine are worse than most.
What are you going on about? You good? Sure.
You might want to talk to Hypatia before we head out. She's taken one of the rooms. Just for a while, I think. Needed to be away from Admire.
And I need to turn my HUD back on because it's still off, I think. I think it is. No, it's on.
Portrait. Oh, you're here.
Yeah.
Stay with me a moment.
Sure.
Hypatia, what can you remember? I need to find Anton Sokolov. He might be the key to unraveling the Duke's plans.
My memories are disjointed. The Duke is close to his grand inventor, Jindosh. But that man has the empathy of a mantis. He seems to both admire and despise Sokolov. We visited Aramis Stilton. I liked him. But something bad happened. Just snatches of memory. Sorry.
You should rest easy for a while. Maybe some of that will help.
I hope so. I'm not sure I even fully understand what you did for me. But
I don't
owe you
either.
for helping me at Admire. Thank you.
Counter serum. Chat with Dr. Hypatia aboard the Dreadful Well. Oh. Off we go.
Let's hope your friend doesn't sink the boat while we're gone. Ready?
Yes,
Let's
I'm
go.
sure she
All
won't.
right, let's get underway.
I think even the other side of her fears us, so yeah, I think we'll be fine.
Jindosh is important to the Duke's inner circle. The Grand Guard watches his mansion, harassing people who look like trouble.
You said there's a wall of light cutting off access to the carriage station.
Yes, but there's a black market shop nearby. They sell on the sly. Ever use a rewiring tool?
Yes, but it's been years.
Good. Get past the wall of light, then ride the carriage to where Jindosh lives. And there's a reason people are afraid of his mansion.
I'll see you after it's done.
Yep.
Corvo,
Oh.
take care of this crazy man and his clockwork soldiers, then bring Sokolov back. He means a lot to me.
Fair enough. Means a lot to me too. Here we go. Lower Avenue District. Okay, so we got only guards. A few people. But mostly guards. This is gonna be, interesting. Especially when it comes to getting rooms. Boncha, nice. Right to Bonneville. Thank you again for your help. Without you, it would have been impossible to trace the final members of the Grand Guard who were in this Stilton that night 3 years ago. The last man had made it all the way to North May, if you can believe it, and was recovering at the Emvric Asylum for the Poor, claiming to have seen all manner of strange things on the night of Stilton's last social gathering. He even described an exotic hooded figure visiting the manor, perhaps someone connected to Stilton's disappearance. Such matters are best led to military men such as yourself, I suppose. I still have your bank agent's name and address. Rest assured your final payment will be delivered soon. Also sending a small flask of liquor. Close to my heart. Huh. Interesting. So what happened to you then? Day night?
I think I just saw something.
Day night? Okay.
No, you'll stay
Nope.
here.
Really, dude?
Let's see what you've got.
He just hit his friend in the back of the head with that. Okay. Let's just...
How did you do that?
You don't want to know. Can you stop? You're killing your friends. That's the problem. I don't want to kill a lot of these guys. You know, if I get in a fight, I will kill them if that's what's needed. But I don't want to. Night.
Looking for a fight.
A little bit.
Take this!
You've been found guilty of standing in my way. You aren't going anywhere.
For Murph! Oh,
Really?
no!
Okay.
What are you waiting for? Oh. You hide your face, coward! Come on, let's
Really?
finish this.
I'm trying to save you, idiots. To all personnel, after last week's disaster, the Grand Inventor can just calculate the following information related to his Clockwork soldiers. All Grand Guard personnel should read this report. Clockwork soldiers is protected by armor, wooden plates. It's a miscreant destroys these, and there's nothing protecting the vulnerable mechanics underneath. Okay. If something knocks off the Clockwork's head, the thing will attack anyone it can, ally or not. That means you. Given the expensive optics Mr. Jindos has provided each Clockwork with, they can see in the front and back. Remember that if any one of them goes haywire. Okay, good to know. These things literally have eyes in the back of their heads. Fun. If some fool is able to get close enough, there's a small panel in each Clockwork that can be rewired, which will invert the perception of friend and foe. Again, that means you get attacked. Keep these things in mind. Gotcha. I would definitely keep those in mind, sir. Absolutely. She suggested going to the black market shop for a rewiring tool, which I agree with. Just need to figure out how to get there. And preferably get there without being seen any more than I already have. While I can fight, it's a drain on my resources that I don't need. Hey, how you doing?
If you're not with the guard, I'm happy to serve. There's something familiar about you.
I've been away from
Is there?
Karnaca for a long time. I need a rewire tool, like the ones used by the Grand Guard. No questions. Clear?
Yes, sir. But I can't help you right now. I have people coming in, and I can't be responsible for their manners if you take my meaning. Paolo is coming by. See me later.
Understood.
You should go. We can do business another time. Like I said, Paolo is coming by.
Okay, I'll get a move on then.
I think he's here. Hide yourself.
Lock it down. This won't take long. Make sure we have some privacy.
Night night. Yeah, you ain't gonna be doing much. The fuck just happened? I definitely hit one of them with a sleep darts.
That's for spilling howler blood, asshole.
I don't know what the hellers are, and I don't give a shit. Asshole! The fuck was he? I ain't never seen nothing like that before. Have you?
Greetings. I serve with discretion.
This
pleasure to do
path a little
business.
bit. More shots in the chamber would be nice. Thinking instant sleep darts.
Real well made.
Wish you would say something about what just happened. Like he turned into rats. That's not normal. Find lens optics. Second grader level magnification. That's actually be kind of nice.
You won't be sorry.
Definitely take that.
You know, I
key
sleep
to
in the shop most nights.
Ooh, take that. Rewiring tool, need that. The health elixir always helps. Sleep darts is always nice. Thank you very much.
You find me again.
Have a good day. Oh, and when she wakes up, inform her that I didn't kill the other one. I only killed that one. The other one turned into rats when I knocked him out. I think I knocked him out. Note from Corey Barkett. In Janice, you'll find everything in the safe. I've written the combination in the usual place. You know where to look in the office. Changed those safe tumblers recently because I felt like I'm being followed. Pretty sure I heard shuffling and heavy breathing from somewhere nearby in a dark place. I was closing up the office for the night. It's not the Grand Guard this time, but we're being watched for certain. It's probably safer to postpone our next gathering. Can warn the others so we calm down to these clients. So somewhere in here. Oh. 17 something. It's been smudged out. I can figure out the last digit. Partial code is more than enough. Hey, 178. Take that, and that, and that, and what is this? All members present, the primary agenda, possible actions for the upcoming anniversary of the death of Empress Jasmine Caldwell. Proposal by Corey Brockburn. Letter to the Karnaca Gaz explained that while her murder was reprehensible, the end result may have been positive for the Empire. Action, motion approved and unanimously. Proposal by Jonas Tynes. Members wear Lord's Renegade Crest armbands on the anniversary. rejected by Corey Brockburn. Lovely idea, but it may hurt business for members who need to deal with many clients on that day. Clients might find it in poor taste. Actions 4 votes against, 3 votes in favor. Motion rejected. Counter proposal by Janice Tynes. Armbands could be worn on the 15th anniversary of the Lord Renegade's unlawful arrest. Motion approved unanimously. Posted by Interesting. So they were in favor of, well, Corvo and his daughter. Curious. That works. Is that a person? No, I don't know what the fuck that is. Corvo, got any hints? The Child Empress. There was definitely a moment when people stopped calling Emily Caldwell the Child Empress. It came after an ambush by the Regenerates, an extremist group who wanted to return Dunwall to the authoritarianism of the Lord Renegade's time. On the way back to Dunwall Tower, Caldwell's carriage was blocked between 2 gates, with her attackers firing pistols and even throwing a grenade. With the Royal Protector too far away to be of service, the young Empress, only 14, found herself all alone in the carriage, save for her friend, Alexei Mayhew. Oh, seriously? Okay. Caldwell supporters are lucky that Mayhew was there, as she was brave enough to grab a grenade that had landed at their feet and throw it back at the assailant, saving the Empress. When one of the men dropped down from the forward gate, it was Emily Caldwell who yanked free a short railway brace and beat the man senseless with it. With the city watch closing in, the 2 girls had held their ground against the debris of the carriage until the situation was secure. It said that Emily Caldwell refused to have the executed for their crimes, and this is hailed by many as her first adult decision as Empress. Citing her heroic actions, Alexei Mayhew was commissioned by City Watch when she turned 18, was later made captain by Emily. Oh, right, the chick who was trying to protect Corvo when the coup happened, she got killed. Damn. Interesting. Which makes sense. I can imagine even back then Corvo was probably to some degree training her, preparing her for what was to come. If anything was to happen. Because he knew there wasn't, that people weren't going to take his decision lying down quietly. Here we go. These little glimpses of the void and dreams or described by those awoken from comas are not limited to select few. In my interviews, I gleaned there is not a single citizen without such visions at one time or another. This must be a real place, not folklore or mass delusion. Perhaps it exists below the earth or far above it. Perhaps it is right next to us, but hidden. Some trick of the light, or a wondrous certain bars us from fully knowing it, and we all but wait for the natural philosopher to unlock the phenomenon to show us how to see it at will. But when so revealed, it will not be a famous place any longer. Not the distance and special realm described in the myth of the outsider. It will be strange, yes, even unsettling, but nonetheless, it will be a new realm for us to explore and eventually conquer. Ha! Conquer the outsider's realm? Good fucking luck with that one. He'll rip you to shreds. There will be nothing left. What new treasures await us there? Not much based off what I've seen. Are the lakes made of liquid diamond, the clouds weightless silver gas, and what things would we learn? Yeah, from what I see in the void, which I'm not sure how often people have control when they enter the void like Corvo does. May not be as often as I think it to be, but Either way, I'm fairly certain that there isn't really anything there. Pretty sure the void is empty, mostly. Oh, this would be the building with the diamonds or jewels or whatever. Okay, I'll have to go looking for those then. That looks uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable. Okay, let's see what the outsider has to say to us.
I'll tell you a story about Kirin Jindosh, the Duke's grand inventor. Once he was commissioned to make a toy for a 6-year Tivian noble girl. Jindosh worked for 3 months, then built a machine composed of wood, brass, and the bones of several cats. It ran on a few drops of whale oil a day. The little girl was told she would have a special treat, and she was perfectly delighted until the moment it was activated. She lives at an asylum up at Dabakfa now, and will until the end of her days.
Huh. What the hell kind of toy could he have made? As unsettling. Though most things about Jindosh seem to be kind of unsettling. He doesn't seem to be exactly the sanest of people. Mantha's songs. Lady Connigan brought silk scarves from her bouquet, one of which Miss Pronin used to gently strangle her, maintained a counter pulse and observed her breathing. When the life signs faded, when we left her still for 2 full minutes before reviving her. Was it really the void she described? Have we succeeded in seeing the unseeable? My hands tremble as I recall the intensity in her eyes as she struggled to recount with broken voice what she felt during those 2 minutes. Month of Earth. I convinced our little group that less gentle methods were needed if our desire to meet the outsider was sincere. Bloodfly fever, voluntarily induced, that will be our way to the void. After procuring a few bloodflies and some Adamire solution, we coated our hands with the elixir before exposing them to the vivarium. The stinging was unbearable. Lady Cottigan fainted immediately, and I was the last one to remove my hands. The fever was quick to set in. As I faded in and out of consciousness, ocean waves pounded above me, with silhouettes in the distance and shimmering black rocks. Shapeless, timeless passing in an unthinkable place while delirium held us for a few hours. We must get back there as soon as possible. My wounds have healed. Interesting. So it seems that the outsider's world tends to hold people in awe and dismay at the same time. Meanwhile, Corvo walks amongst it. He moves from place to place as he needs or wants to. He's not held there, per se. I don't think anyone would mind. Avonton Station. Jesus. Apparently even rats aren't safe from that thing. Here we go. Prosonic casing. I'm guessing that's just a blueprint then. That's something I can actually use. And how much do we got? Come on, some good. Not bad, not bad. Quite a few coins, bits and bobs. Always nice. Just so these idiots don't kill themselves on the gates. I'm vengeful, not evil. Look what she's doing.
You there! I need your help.
With?
Wait! Look!
Really? Okay, you get to specifically die for that one. Would you do that? That is your fault.
Will look great in my collection.
Look away. I bet you've been living a soft.
You're gonna pay for him.
You guys keep killing each other. There you go. You guys really should not have tried that. You killed several of your idiotic friends, you idiotic humbos. The fuck was your plan? You chose the wrong person to do that on. You know that? You wanna try it?
Come back here. I've been fighting.
You're lucky you didn't insult me, because if you did, I probably would have threw you on the tracks. And then took off in the carriage. There we go. There we go. Out to the mansion we go. Holy shit, this is like a roller coaster ride.
I can see Jindosh's mansion from here.
Can we?
The gate's down. I'll need the code.
Of course. Upper Evident Districts. Nice. Well, not fully, just blinds. Night to you.
Looking for a fight?
Not exactly. I'm looking for a beatdown.
No mercy.
Or to get my head chopped off because I mistimed my block. Okay, here we go. Him. Knock her out. And that's how you fucking do it. And there you go. All three of you. Nice and snug as like 3 soldiers in a bedrock.
Settle down, stomach. Dinner will be...
Still soon, yeah, because I'm not killing you. But it's probably going to be a bit later than you thought it was.
I've got just the thing.
Nights.
You can't escape. Let's see what you got for a fight. Let me show you how I got my stripes.
Nights. It's finally pissed me off enough. Try and be nice and you pricks can't handle it, so you know what? One of you ends up dead. Lieutenant Rutkus, by now you've had time to think it over. I'm in a good position where I'm at, and I've got the same deal going with 4 others in the guard. Spraying out over Kanaka. People I trust watching major entry points. The officers uncharged if our very important person from Dunwell comes through alone or with anyone else. You're part of the squad keeping them down. Do whatever it takes to keep it quiet, whatever it takes. Bring the body to me and we'll all gather up. 6 of us will take credit for the arrest and we'll split the Duke's reward. Huh. So I'm guessing that meant us, which, yeah, even 6 of you idiots wasn't enough. Bone charm. Oh, I don't even know when I got this. Sure, I'll take it. You know what? 4 out of 5 is better than nothing, so they can at least take that to heart. Good night. Gate code. Anyone new gate code for the gate is 031. Right, I forgot we needed that. So at least we know where what the gate code is. There we go. Gate's dealt with. So we're gonna have to be careful. Don't know if there's any more guards. He's freaking crawling with them. They're like rats. Ironically enough. Night night. Night night. Sorry about the nose as well. I can imagine that hurts pretty bad. Take you. Take that. There we go. And off we go. Finally, here we are. The mansion. The Madmen's Mansion. The Clockwork Mansion. The most confusing place I've ever dealt with in my entire history of playing Dishonored, which is somewhat extensive. Somewhat.
I've known people like Jindosh. Broken children who'd cut up cats to see how they worked.
Yeah. Clockwork Mansion. Enter. Here we go.
Jindosh, it's time to pay for what you've done, and maybe I can find Sokolov.
Hopefully, we can find Sokolov. Be a little more hopeful there, Corvo. I think our continued residence on the dreadful whale depends on it.
Welcome to my home, stranger. The door is always open to those with the will to pass the threshold. If you're here by appointment, then proceed and bide your time. Otherwise, I'd be remiss if I didn't inform you about the defensive mechanisms employed here, which are quite formidable. Many have entered without invitation, for reasons as myriad as the fish in the ocean. But of those who've dared to explore further, very few have found their way back out.
Interesting. He's very cocky and sure of himself. I like that in a man. I like it when a man's cocky. Means I can probably abuse their work. Make them trip up. Bone charm, bone charm, bone charm rune. So a single rune? And like 4 bone charms, gotcha. At least from what I can see right now. What does this do? Whoa!
Who would build something like this, and why?
Jindosh, and why wouldn't you?
Someone's activated one of the mechanisms in my house.
Ooh, mother!
Jindosh.
My home is always open. It's one of my great curiosities, seeing how the common mind navigates these shifting rooms. I'm Kirin Jindosh, but you must know that. I invite you to continue, stranger. Just come up the stairs. Meet with me face to face in the upper hall.
Fun. I'm not liking this already.
Extra diagnostic plate. That's it. You're almost there. Come into the gallery so I can see you.
You're Jindosh. He has to know who we are.
Now that I see you, I've worked out who you are.
Have you?
Not a hired cutthroat. Your clothes are too fine. An aristocratic thrill seeker? That's closer. You've trained with weapons formally, but you're not a salon fencer. There's a bit of back alley in your movements.
You've been watching me?
All that, and only one man ever wore that mask, to my knowledge. Welcome, Royal Protector.
Obviously,
Good
you're
guess.
pleased with yourself. Do you know why I'm here?
I'd assume my involvement with the Duke brought you to my door. Or maybe you're after washed-up Anton Sokolov, comfortably residing in the assessment chamber. Either way, come find me and take whatever it is you seek. But if you fall, I'll have your body carried to my lab for dissection and study. Until either comes to pass, your secret is safe with me.
I'll see you soon,
Good to
Jindosh.
know.
Until then.
Until then, you motherfucker. I think you're so clever.
There's an interloper in my home.
Fun. Now here's a fun fact about these guys. They do not count as people. So we can have as much fun with these as we want. Hey. We're okay.
Surprising, given your age.
Excuse me?
Was that your explosive that just went off, or one of my clockworks?
Both?
Extraordinary. It seems that even two of the clockwork soldiers are no match for you. This has turned out to be a very interesting day.
Indeed.
Somehow I got out of that alive.
Kidding me? We froze time, threw grenades at their feet, and then just watched them blow up. We got a little electrocuted because I got overzealous. Yeah. But other than that, like, that was perfect. Is he gonna be doing that this whole time, just butting into everything I say? Hey, you know, I'm gonna smash every one of these, right? That would have worked if I was a bit quicker on the draw. God, that's violent. Yeah, these scenes are a pain in the ass to deal with. It's better to fight him for range. At least until you're able to uncover those friggin'... They have bits on their arms, joints that you have to destroy to be able to break them. It's better to wait until those are revealed before you get in close.
Somehow I got out of that alive.
Alternative tactical mode. Now that your last moment, the last. You think one of my clockwork soldiers. I'll have questions about that. Once I have you restrained.
Yeah, good luck with that one. If your clockworks can't really handle me, though I am using explosives, which makes it rather easy to deal with them. But still, if they are struggling to handle me, what the hell do you think you're gonna do?
Triggering electrostatic.
Oh. Where'd you come from?
Stand clear. Playback for combat protocols. Aye, that was loud. Shook my unauthorized presence.
Hey! What the... There's a lot more of these things than I thought there was. Come on. There you go.
One of my clockwork soldiers. I'll have questions
Royal Protector on the run. There is no longer any doubt that the former Royal Protector is, to the Empress, Corvo is responsible for the recent string of horrible murders. Corvo is now on the run, confirming our suspicions about his guilt in association with the Crown Killer. Some have even suggested that Corvo himself committed the appalling crimes, as he is a trained assassin and a notably violent individual. Grand Circonan Guard has promised rewards for any information leading to an arrest, and warns the fugitive will be shot on sight if spotted. Bill recently stated that Lord Corvo is likely to receive a fair trial if he turns himself in peacefully. Ah, bullshit. And you're right, I am a violent individual. I got nothing to do with the Crown Killer murders, but I am violent.
What? The window. Maybe the wind or something.
Perhaps you've lost a step with age, my dear Corvo.
What are you going on about?
Huh?
Haha.
Activation.
Shit. Haha. I was a bit too close to that one. He's down there, I remember. There we go. It's gonna see me as friendly.
Indicates criminal profile. Play back for execution of foe.
I wouldn't do that.
For combat protocols.
No, 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 no. You back off.
Unambiguous enemy.
I'm not trying to kill all of them. Good boy. Good boy. You're protecting if they decide to come after me, won't you? Do you think
1,000 rotations.
Oh, who is it? Oh, Megan. Do you think Megan would be pissed if we brought him back to the ship? Do you think she'd be angry about that? I don't think she would. She would risk getting cut up by that thing if she was. Sure. Last words. To whoever might find this, are you trapped? I know all too well your situation. See, these are my last words. I found a spot away from the clutches of those things. But for what? And no food, no water, and now I grow weak. There was a chance to escape, then I have missed it. Even writing this note saps every strength I had left. I thought I could beat this contraption, this terrible house, this thing that Jindosh just built, but it has beaten me. If only I had thought to bring water, or a morsel of bread. And so I say goodbye to you, my reckless friend. Perhaps you too will die here. Sorry for that. If I become a ghost, then I will try and help you. Otherwise, fare thee well. Huh. Took a magician, Eve. Huh. Interesting. So he wasn't joking when he said people have come in here and never left.
I'm not used to
What happens if I pull this?
Neither am I. When was the last time? We're moving at last, but where is Jindosh?
Madame, your idiotic foreman just queried me thusly. What will any size do? Any size, he says. No. The components must be precisely the size specified in my plans. I need assurances that there is someone at your facility who understands this, who will see to it personally that all the parts I've requested will be perfectly uniform, exactly sized, and composed of the requested materials. I will not pay a single coin until I have confirmed my requirements will be met. These parts are not just paperweights for my desk. They must fit together within a larger machine. After that, they leave your doors. Await your reply.
That mask you wear is exquisite. I detect Piero Joplin's hand in it. He made it, didn't he? But not alone. There's another style there, one I don't recognize.
Fair enough. I can't exactly remember who all was involved in the making of the mask. I thought that Sokolov was, but now I think about it, probably not. Sokolov wasn't an ally until after he got captured by Corvo, at which point we already had our mask. How did you not hear all the commotion going on already? You're lucky you didn't walk into the Clockwork, otherwise it would have killed you. Probably. This is probably a bad idea. Oh, there he goes. Sorry.
They say you confronted the infamous killer Dowd, only to let him escape.
Yep.
But rumors can never be trusted.
Interesting. How does he know about that? That happened, like, away from everyone else. Private. Let's go check that out first. Let's go see if we can cut off Jindosh's privates.
But you'll only end up teaching me, adding to my studies. Unauthorized presence.
I'll be wiping off.
Playback indicates an older male. Armed. Combat Protocol 6. Okay, enemy dead person. With a view. My clockworks weren't enough for you. You won't slaughter like guards. Well, at least you're in a good place.
Well, the Clockwork knocked her out.
My masterpieces. Each one costs a fortune, you know.
Yeah, ooh, yeah, that grenade cut him in half. Well, you know what? You were fighting for the wrong side anyways.
You're quite close now. I can't remember any other visitor getting so far. Do you feel pride? Anticipation? It seems you found my bedroom, though I confess sleep usually eludes me. My mind won't stop turning.
Good for you. Dishing Sokolov. Sokolov is more resistant to the notion of calibrating than anticipated. He's a stubborn old goat, which could be his undoing unless I'm careful with the electronic shock machine. My goal is to render Sokolov pliable, but so capable of assisting me in designing a new version of Clockwork Soldier. So we need Sokolov alive.
What kind of sadistic joke is this? There's another choice here, assuming Jindosh's electroshock machine works. Not sure I'd call it mercy.
What mercy? I'm sorry, have we had mercy? We've cut like 3 or 4 people in half. I don't think that's mercy, dude. You know what? I'll give you that. That's a damn nice view.
All movements are linked. Everything has a purpose. It's all connected, you see.
That's a nice one. What does that one do? Wolfhounds cannot smell you. I encounter wolfhounds yet. May be useful if I do, but either way I haven't. Hey, back up.
Shifting the walls and floors as if you were born here. Clever. Or are you just moving things at random?
Kind of. Karen, my dear grand inventor, who else possesses such a keen mind? Could any other in my inner circle achieve such industrial marvel? I appreciate how superbly your Clockwork soldiers perform in Dunwall, cutting those guards still loyal to Emily Coldwind to ribbons, and Vernon Ashwood claims you have been invaluable, helping her with a aquarium contraption. Delilah will be pleased. Please dispatch a courier as soon as you have need from Anton Sokolov. Need from Anton to press him and see fit. Just
Ramsey and the Crown Killer were just the start. I need to break down Delilah's remaining allies. Jindosh, the Duke, all of them.
You were so close just a while ago, but now I wonder if you know where you're going. At this rate, you may never reach me.
I don't know, I know where I'm going. I just also know what else I'm looking for, other than you. Which is things to assist me in not getting killed while I'm doing this. More materials, more sleep darts, money to buy things, and runes. Wonder if he's gonna ask about that, or mention my powers, runes, or anything else of that sort.
Set into motion from the bright red birth of the cosmos to your last shuddering breath.
I have no clue where the hell you came from, but yeah. You really shouldn't have come up here, dude.
They say you're the most dangerous man in the Empire.
They're not
I
wrong.
learned much from watching you die.
What was that? In the elevator!
You really shouldn't have done that, dude. Night.
I just measured your weight in 2 areas at almost the same time. Just how did you do that?
Interesting, so he is gonna comment on my powers. He doesn't quite know, but he probably has an inkling that it has something to do with the outsider. Night. Night. Yeah, you probably enjoy being choked anyways. Take your money. And yours. Letter. Dear Mr. Hortson, it would be my pleasure to play host to you and give you a personal demonstration of my Clockwork soldiers as you take possession of yours. As you must know, the cost is extraordinarily high, but once you see one of my creations in action, you'll be unable to resist the purchase. Please arrive on the appointed date between the hours of 2 and 3 in the afternoon. It is important that you arrive on that time I have specified, so I might otherwise mistake you for an intruder. Yeah, you don't want to be mistaken for an intruder around here. Trust me. It's not fun. I mean, it's fun, you know. I'm purposely being taken as an intruder, but you get the point. God, I wish I could remember all the things he said to Emily. Back when I played as her attacking the mansion. Yeah, we're gonna have to make our way in here if we're gonna save freaking Sokolov, which I'm starting to question whether or not we want to. You know, I don't know why I'm questioning. Just a reason, just something makes me feel like I don't want to be trying this. You know, maybe it's small corridors with these horrendous machines, very little to run, little space to work with for fighting them. Oh, they don't show up in dark vision. They don't show up in dark vision, which actually makes sense. Dark vision sees living beings, not these things. Whew. Well, that was slick.
The machine sees someone behind it. Mechanism detached. There's another test for the Clockwork soldiers. Each makes them better.
the you deserve.
Serve as the prototype for depth perception. I'll collect it and add it to my gallery.
Here's Sokolov. Ooh, that was creepy. Been given a lot of time to work on paintings and stuff. Take that.
Sokolov.
Note to Anton Sokolov. Dear Anton, I hope the sound of the Clockwork soldiers outside your cell doesn't disturb your rest. I find the solid footfalls and gentle electric hum to be soothing, but you may be of a different opinion. In fact, in your condition, the noise might be maddening, especially since the present plate for the exit of your cell is positioned tangibly in reach. But should you attempt to venture forth from the Simon chamber like some wrinkled gray whiskered rat hunting through a labyrinth for a morsel of cheese, you will soon find your stoic guardian bearing down on you. You are an intelligent man, and I'm sure I do not need to illustrate what those honed edges would do to your ancient and haggard body. I know what they do to me. So yeah. How you doing, Sokolov?
Corvo, only you could have come this far.
Megan helped me find you. We need to leave.
Jindosh has plans for an army of his Clockwork soldiers. He can't be permitted to build it.
He won't. I'll be paying him a visit momentarily.
We'll be back for you, old friend. Don't you worry. Achievement. Labyrinth Mind. Find Anton Sokolov in the Clockwork Mansion.
Does the mask terrify your enemies? Or
Probably.
hide your own fear?
Probably still make a stop in his laboratory to pick up a thing or two, but when I know the laboratory is where you go to try and I think it's the non-lethal method of dealing with him. But yeah, we're not exactly in a mood for non-lethal methods.
Is someone there?
Kind of. Just a little bit closer.
Wonder who that was.
End of the road for you! Come back here! Ready? This shouldn't take long.
At your
Cut
command!
him to pieces!
Hold still!
Let him go!
You aren't going any! No use running!
Did you kill her? Nope. You missed. No, you killed him, you moron.
Is that ragged breathing I detect? How long can you keep going? What's driving you?
Saving my daughter? That's the only thing I can imagine that's driving Corvo right now. That's in the image of your head on a pike. That's probably doing him in pretty well. And bite.
I suppose I should make a list of all my possessions being destroyed.
Oh, hi. How are you doing? I can imagine you have a bit of a headache from that fall, don't you? I should have gave him a heads up, you know? Just warn him about what was about to happen. Could really make the ears ring, don't you know? So where does this one end up? Because the bathroom doesn't end up on the other side, does it? once the walls have shifted. The bathroom's over here. Ah, here we go. Oh, Jindosh.
Closer and closer. I'm waiting.
I can tell. Yeah, I was about to say, you can sense me, can't you? You know I figured out your little game. Unfinished letter on legacy. Honestly, I bear no ill will towards Emily Caldwin or her father, the Royal Protector. I'd never given a single fig of any of those palace-born nobles in Dunwall, so how could I think ill of one empress or another? You would not be incorrect in suggesting that my motives for assisting the Duke were at least twofold. I wanted to advance the cause of natural philosophy for the sake of the work itself, and to show those stouty morons at the Academy the light they very nearly extinguish. Further, of course, I am no stranger to infamy, or in fact, I am fond of it. There's no more driving the engines of my desire, but there's more driving my engines of desire. Destiny rises and falls with the age through mundane catalysts such as famine, plague, or bankruptcy. Now, however, we live in a time that is being shaped by genius. Just as Roseborough's Sokolov, Open, and Hypatia has set the wheels of history spinning with their contributions, so will Kirin Jindosh. It is my goal to eclipse those who came before me. No matter how the history books record the tale regarding this turn in power, it must be stated that it was only possible through advances in industry, technological exploration. Power now rests in the hands of the brilliant. The world will never be the same. Fair point. Still gonna kill ya. You're not like Hypatia. You're not trying to do something for the greater good. You're just a jerk.
At last, Lord Protector, you found me. You realize you're only the second set foot in this room, the most sophisticated laboratory in the Isles. Please, try not to damage anything as you die. Playback indicates an older male. Combat Protocol 8. The machine has entered combat. Okay, shut it down.
Got it.
This must be the electroshock machine Jindosh mentioned.
I mean, yeah, do we really care?
Anton Sokolov, once the royal physician and head of the Academy of Natural Philosophy. In your prime, the most sought-after painter in all the Empire. My hero in younger days. Now,
Kirin Jindosh.
If you're going to use this inelegant-looking device against me, get on with it, Jindosh. Though I'm not sure what you hope to accomplish. I must admit to feeling a bit of professional curiosity as to the function of the apparatus.
patience, friend, patience. The sequence of events is important. You'll come to understand my electroshock machine, but when? Before or after that light leaves your eyes? And where does it go when it disappears? Who will tell me that?
Has anyone ever loved the sound of his own voice as much as you do, Kirin? Perhaps the device could tell us that.
No, sadly, it cannot. But what it can do is take from you the thing you love the most. Your precious intellect. Does the mask terrify your enemies? On the next Clockwork, really hide your own fear. The device on that brain of yours, Sokolov.
I refuse. If I'm to be a droid
Love it. And yes, I do know someone who loves their voice more than he does. Her name's Morgan Yu. Hello, Jindosh.
I'll never understand what Sokolov sees in small minds like yours. You're done. You're impressive, but you shouldn't have made it this far. I'll take you apart, and then I'll understand.
Welcome to the final mystery, Jindosh.
Yeah, you wanted to know what happens when the light leaves the eyes of a human being, right? Well, now you get to find out. Kieran, it's my hope that the pale stars look down with favor upon your attempts to gain Sokolov's favor, but if the old goat will not bend to your will, I can offer an alternative to meekly keeping him locked up in your assessment chamber and subjecting him to cruel electrotherapy. So a new effigy called the Sokolov Shape. Given time, I believe it might grant me some influence over your esteemed guest. Today I'll raise in a tiny platform, bringing it up to the laboratory floor where I can resume my work on evaluating the rune artifact. Even as a man dedicated to natural philosophy, I must admit that my association with the occultist Brenna Ashwood has renewed my interest in the study of whalebone. Given what I've seen over the past 3 years working with Brenna, I cannot entirely dispel the idea that the bones of the leviathans pose unusual properties. When pressed, she speaks in meaningless overd, the spiritualistic. In an attempt to find answers on my own, I have procured one of the so-called rune artifacts, considered heretical, of course, by the narrow minds of the Abbey. However, thus far, my examinations have netted nothing of interest. A sample of human tissue affected by these runes might reveal more. Were I able to get, say, the jawbone of one of those poor sods burned alive by the overseers. So he does have one here. I just need to figure out how to get to it. Laboratory is lower down. That must be where the whalebone is. Nope. Oh. Hello. First time we've been outside since we've been here. Or at least in the mansion portion. Curious. Maybe somewhere you can hide from the soldiers if you really need to. There you are. This chamber can take us straight down to where Anton currently is. You have to be careful, there is a few soldiers, but not many. Nothing I can't handle. So where does this drop me off? Ah, I see. Not gonna waste a rewiring kit when I don't need to. Fuck. Don't drop kick it. Hello. Okay, let's get out of here. If you wake up in the middle of one of my jumps, don't freak out. Maybe kind of dangerous for you. Also, just don't freak out in general, because considering anything I do will seem rather dangerous. Take on Sokolov back to the carriage. Ooh, that's gonna be a fun one. I killed most everything, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Go to... yep. I'm guessing he'll come with. And yeah, I can imagine he's quite heavy. Especially considering you've been fighting a bunch of robotic creatures that don't get exhausted and a ton of soldiers. Like... at this point, I can imagine, despite the fact that you've gotten some amount of sleep, you are probably rather exhausted. I can imagine your body's starting to feel the, starting to feel the effects of just how much work you have done. Down to the lower Advent districts. Sokolov just hanging out. Thank you. I really don't have to.
I hope you kissed your kids goodbye this morning. Someone there?
What the fuck?
Nowhere.
What the fuck? Got her. The fuck was that? The game even took a second to be like, did that just happen? Yes, game, that did just happen. I did just huck that explosive tank into her abdomen, and yes, it did just blow both me and Sokolov up. Where is this gonna place me? Mary, take Hearth and Kai. Travel to Kanaka tonight. The others there will give you a roof to sleep beneath, and they will keep you out of sight. Watch for our friends from Dunwall. Oh, when the moment comes, strike. If you succeed, I promise you will be rewarded. And beyond that, I'll make you a portrait. Your Empress Forever, Delilah. Interesting. So these are the witches or whatever from the other place. I did not kill them. There's a bunch of bodies around here I did not make. And they're all dead. This was not my doing. Really? Do I bore you that much?
You want blueprints for better.
Ooh.
You know,
I mean,
sleep
I
in the shop
say-
most nights. The city's not safe.
I say that Clockwork soldiers basically only appear here, but I may be incorrect in that statement. I'll get that just because.
Well made. I hope you'll think of me again.
Yeah, absolutely.
The situation in the Empire has
I'll
driven
come
the
visit
prices
you a
up.
little later tonight if you want. I can probably... No. Okay, no. I can sneak off the Dreadful Well, and I can get back here. Just whether or not you want me to.
I won't let him escape. You're mine. You don't stand.
You were saying? Hey, Megan, look what I found. He may be drunk, though. I didn't get him drunk this time.
You did it. How is he?
Frail and wounded, but he'll recover.
I didn't think it was possible. You must have a story to tell. Out here, back at the ship.
Yeah, let's get out of here. There is kind of witches
All right.
hiding about. Which is problematic. Let's see. Yeah, I did kind of lean into lethal a bit more that time. Not really my fault, though. I was in a bit of a predicament. 3 out of the 4 painting... Or, no, blueprints. I only got 4 out of 6. Ah, whatever. God. 4,800 coins. Where? Where? So we're heading back to the other dimension? Why? Nothing seems off. All my stuff is gone. Everything is gone. Okay. So he's swapping it up this time. And there we go.
The void again, but it feels different.
How so? Change presence. Shouldn't it be the outsider here? He's the only one that can control this frickin' place.
Surprised I can pull you into this place. The outsider marked me long ago. I made you flee your precious tower and turned Emily into cold stone. How difficult for you. But when I was young, sweet Jessamine and I were closest sisters, sharing a secret. Emperor Baldwin had another daughter, born in shame to a kitchen maid.
What's she playing at? Maybe how is the question.
Yeah, she has some insane control over her powers.
But I want to come home like Jessamine.
I told you, when you're older, perhaps next year.
You said that last year. Jessamine's younger than me, and she's at court every day.
Jessamine, well, it's complicated. You'll understand someday.
What did I do? I'll be good. I swear.
Next year, I promise.
If you think you're gonna elicit pity from me, then you're damn wrong. I am not going to have mercy or pity on you. Trust me on that one.
During the day, Jessamine and I played games in the tower. But at night, I'd go back to the servants' quarters to cockroaches and thin gruel. Emperor Daddy would visit and tell me if I was good. Next year, I'd be old enough to come to court to be a princess. Then one day, pretty Jessamine broke something worth a fortune, and the spy master caught us. She claimed I did it, and he whipped me in the garden house until I bled. My mother lost her kitchen job, and that night we were out on the streets with no place to sleep. I didn't break it.
Would you like to tell me who did?
We were just playing.
You're playing Jessie. Who is your now?
It was her! Delilah's lie. She broke it.
Side to Jessamine that we don't know, though. At the same time, they were kids. Can you blame her? Kids do stupid things. Doesn't mean you go tearing down their kingdoms and trying to kill their daughters.
Mother and I saw the nastiest parts of Dunwall, ending up in debtor's prison. Jessamine died quick on an assassin's blade, but my mother lingered for weeks after a fat guard broke her jaw. They threw me out when she died. I looked up at the lights of Dunwall Tower and swore revenge. Washing bedsheets in a brothel, I painted on the side, until Anton Sokolov took me as a student. That's the polite word for it. I was crafty even before the outsider marked me, and survived the worst the Empire could offer. Now it's your turn. My mother's sick. She needs help.
Your mother kicked off while you were out begging. She's another bag of bones now, girl.
What? No!
Your sentence is served and you'll be tossed out with the others. You can't stay here anymore.
Still, not gonna elicit pity for you, though I do feel bad. Doesn't mean I'm gonna have mercy.
How much of this is true, and how much is Delilah's warped imagination?
Hard to say. That's another thing. We have no clue how much of that is actually true. A lot of that could be a warped accounting of what actually occurred, but we'll never know. All who could have recited that are long gone. As well, Corvo is very crafty. He dealt with a lot of rough stuff already, so Corvo's crafty enough to deal with things.
When I saw what they'd done to Anton Sokolov, I wanted to hurt everyone who'd helped Delilah and the Duke of Serkonos pull off their coup. Sokolov is the man who made whale oil into a weapon, who turned back the plague, and now he's barely able to speak. The hands that painted the most powerful men and women of our time shake too badly to hold a spoon. When he does talk, he's going to give me a name. The next step along the way to Duke Luca Abel. Then Delilah herself. A name. That's all I need.
Yeah. Just a name. Just point me in a direction. There is potential for us to use our magic to heal Sokolov, get him to a degree that could actually be what he once was. Whoa!
Even in the void, if only I could do more.
Jessamine, Delilah's stronger now.
Am I
I to blame for Delilah's bitterness?
All this is her doing, and she'll die for it.
Our decisions have weight. I feel my time drawing to an end soon.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Jessamy maybe played a role in Delilah's rough childhood. Rough is one way to put it. She may have played a role in it, but Delilah's the one who chose to go down the path she chose. She chose violence. Remember, the Outsider did tell us about a story, and he has no reason to lie, about how in the same year that she became the greatest paintress there was, she also slit a man's throat over something petty, meaningless. So she chose that kind of a path. She had potential to be a painter, to have a good life, and to move on. But she didn't. She decided to piss off Corvo Tano, take his daughter, the only thing he has left, and his kingdom, the only home he's known for the past several years, past 2 decades, damn near. When you choose that path, you're choosing death. Right now, I'm gonna end this episode of Dishonored 2 off here. This has been a lot of fun. I'm loving this to death. And yeah, this is technically a replay of this series because I have played this series on the channel before, as Emily. But just the differences between Emily and Corvo's playthrough are so much. They have different powers and all kinds of other things, I'm pretty sure. They have different opinions about the different situations, different wording, and it's just it's great. I love it. It's fun. It's something different yet familiar for me. That's why I'm enjoying it so much. Though I do kind of wish I didn't do Dishonored 2 and Prey at the same time, though. Prey should be ending soon, so... Right now, hope you all enjoyed this episode of Dishonored 2. If you did, think about leaving a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And that, be good, be well, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Goodbye.